Three can keep a secret if two of them are dead. Have You Seen Me seamlessly picks up where Gossip Girl leaves off, but with more sex, more lies, and more dead bodies a la How to Get Away with Murder and You. When a coveted member of a group of entitled yet ambitious 20-somethings goes missing, their deadly secret is threatened to be exposed. But the real question is, who will be next? Read Have You Seen Me by creator Kandi Washington on Amazon Kindle Vella, or listen and subscribe wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Kandi Shop. And today we're going to be talking about my namesake, Kandi, and the gang. The last 2 episodes, let's get into it. But as you guys come into the room, as you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Be sure to hit the notification bell and all notifications so you don't miss it when we go live, because your girl's trying to be consistent, but life happens. So be sure to hit the notification bell so you get notified when we go live, and we are going to have a fun kiki. And don't forget to share this channel with a friend, because a kiki is always better with community. That is right. So as you come in, be sure to drop your candy canes, like the video, and let's get into it. So, Kandi and the gang. I will say, first off, I'm here for the show. I think it's refreshing. I think it's funny. I think it's the right balance of drama but lightheartedness. I think a little bit of it might be contrived, a la Vanderpump Rules. Like, I know someone before had sort of compared it to like the black version of Vanderpump Rules, where like you knew the drama was real, but you knew that some of the storylines and interactions were kind of not scripted, but pre-planned. I'm here for it. I'm okay with it. It's reality TV, whatever. It's good. It's fine. Hey, what's up? Hey, it's Claudia. How are you, sweetheart? What is up? Thank you for joining us, my beautiful Candy Cane. What is up? Yes. But I have to say, the theme song, like, I know y'all be clowning Kandi for her voice and how it quivers and how she can't sing and all this stuff. I'm sorry, Kandi. I am Team Kandi Burruss. I love Kandi. However, the theme song to me is a little hokey. It's a little like, "Gone Kandi and the gang." Like, it just seems really, I don't know. It seems off-brand. It seems a little hokey, but whatever. I still love you, Kandi. So the theme song is a little wacky. I think Kandi herself is looking bomb. I think Kandi now might be looking the best she has ever looked. I think she looks gorgeous. I think her hair is on fleek. I think her body is tight. I think her makeup is on point. I think Kandi right now is looking the best I've seen her, I think, ever. She looks great. Todd, I like you, Todd, but you're looking a little dry. And I mean this in like love and a good spirit, but am I the only one that thinks Todd looks a little dry, like a little crusty dry? I don't know. I feel like Kandi has gotten younger and Todd has aged like 20 years. Like, from the Todd that first came on the scene to the Todd now, like, I don't get it. It's like Benjamin Button for both of them on the other side. Like, he seems to me like 20 years older and just really dry and crusty. And Kandi to me like seems like 20 years younger and just is like fly and gorgeous and has like really glowed up. Let me know what you guys think. Hey, what is up, everybody? Hey, Darren Hood. How are you, sweetheart? Beautiful Sunny T, what is up? She says, hey, Kandi and the Candy Cane. Darren Hood says some of her best confessions outside of Roa. Exactly. She is looking good. Kandi is looking good. Not just for my namesake, but just in general, she's looking good. Hey, Young Rich goes, Todd got his dryness from Kandi. Young Rich, you better stop. You better stop, sweetheart. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, so there's that. Another thing I want to say is, there are a lot of characters. There is like 20 different characters. There's Kandi, Todd, Philip, Don Juan, Cedrica, Dominique, Brandon, Aunt Nora, Bertha, Mama Joyce, Turin, Brian, Rashad, Patrick, Melvin, Safari, Dominique, June, Kim. Like, it's a lot of people. So I'm curious to see how we're going to be invested in all of these people. I'm curious to see how this is all going to work out. But there is a lot of people on this damn show. But with that, let's get into it. Okay, so Philip. So Philip is like the new, is it like general manager? I don't know the restaurant world, but I think he's like the new HBIC. Like he's like the new person in charge. He's very like militant. He comes in and he's just like, I don't care like how you used to do things. This is how we're doing things. And he's getting a prickly response. I'm gonna keep it funky with you. I like Philip except for one. Well, no, there's a couple of things. I like Philip except for one thing. We see that there's like this foreshadowing that he kind of like comes for Kandi and for Todd and being like, this is not how you act, blah 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 blah. That I think is wrong. Like Kandi is still your boss. She still writes your check. You can give feedback. You can always give feedback, but there is a way that you don't check your boss like that. So there's a way to do that. Do you check your subordinates? This might be an unpopular opinion, but yes, I actually like the way Philip rules when it's working with the people in the actual OLG restaurant, because it's such a cluster. Like they're all like, oh, you're gonna only be here for 2 months anyway, blah blah blah, because they done ran everybody else out. So to me, it means it's not the managers that they're hiring, it's the staff that has the problem. If the staff is saying, well, you can come here and do whatever you want, but you're going to be out of here in 2 months, that to me shows that the staff collectively probably runs whoever comes in who wants to be in charge out. And Philip came up the scene and was just like, not me, not today, no ma'am, no sir. I actually like the way Philip runs the ship because these people are out of pocket, having sex in the back room, gossiping, fraternizing, having attitudes. It's too much, not getting the work done, coming in late. And he's right. At a job, if you are on time, you're late, especially at a service job. And it's not just you putting the customers out, it's actually you putting out your other coworkers too, because now they need to pick up the slack. Now things aren't working the way it should be. So I was here for it when he kicked what's her name out, Chandrika. She's a lot. Chandrika to me is very problematic. I think she's going to make for great TV, but I think in that situation, she's very problematic. I don't want to work with someone who thinks that they are above the rules. Because if you think you're above the rules, that means at some point in time, I'm going to have to pick up your slack. I'm going to have to make excuses for you. You're going to let me down, everybody else down. You're not a team player. And Chandrika to me seems very entitled. She seems like she thinks that it's her restaurant and she can do whatever she wants. So to me, I think Chandrika is very, very problematic. And I had no problem with Philip kicking her out and be like, well, you can go home if you have that attitude. Come back when you get your attitude together. Because when you are the boss, you have to, unless your employees are actually being, good and decent, you got to put your foot on their neck sometimes and be like, no, I'm in charge and you need to fall in line. So I get that. I get it. Don Juan, I love. I think he's great. I don't think Don Juan's really doing anything other than just like being Don Juan. And I'm here for it. He's all good. Another thing with Philip, before I get off of him real quickly, I think that there is also a sadness to Philip. I think that even though, yes, I like his style, I like that he's authoritative, I like that he doesn't take any crap, I like that he puts people in their place, and I like that he has a vision for the restaurant. But I sense a sadness to him. Like there's a loss there. There's something in Philip where I think he might be holding on to some type of pain or some type of trauma. There's something in Philip that there is a sadness there. So I think we'll probably figure out what that is moving forward. Now, Chandrika. I already said that. I think she's very snarky. Yikes. Just yikes all around when it comes to her. I personally could not work with her. I couldn't do it. I couldn't work with someone who thinks that it's playtime all the time. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat box, my beautiful candy canes. Let's see. Hey, it's Quasia. She was more like an ice cream jingle. It doesn't seem like it goes with the ambiance of the show. Exactly. The theme song is off to me. It's off to me. A lot of people in the show are too many bios to read on screen. Exactly. It doesn't even stay up there that long to be able to read it, at least for me. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. Maybe, and hopefully it's just for the first two episodes so we can get acclimated to everybody. But I also thought there are so many people. Melvin, Philip, Kim, June, blah, blah, like all these people. Like it was a lot. It was a lot. So let's see. Philip's structure is needed. The staff doesn't seem cohesive. Exactly. Exactly. Darren Hood says, I like Philip. Yes. Hey, Young Rich. That whole place needs to be checked, and then it would stop failing the health inspection like Sister Mary Clarence on Sister Act 2. I agree. I agree. They need to really just get it in tip top shape. Let's see what was I saying. Oh, Sharika reminds me of Portia. Yeah, Sharika does remind me of Portia. Like she thinks she's that girl where she can just come, act out, clown it up, and that because she's like cute, she can get away with it. No, thank you, ma'am. No, thank you, ma'am. Hey, Sunny T. Yes, Sharika is a mess, problematic all the way, extremely problematic. Matt Quazia says it's ironic that Kandi speaks of loyalty in her establishment, but doesn't use that quality on Roa to be united front. It to be a united front in front of Bravo. See, but I think okay, see, I think those are two different things. And let me know what you think, because I think that's a good point. Rock with me on this, and then let me know what you think. I think what Kandi is saying about her establishment is, yeah, you need to be, loyal if you work for me. I think every business owner wants their staff and their workers to be loyal. They want them to talk well of the business, well of them. They want them to stay. They want them to do well. They don't want them sort of like what they were saying her cousin Kim did, where she was like, I'm leaving. Who's leaving with me? Like, you don't do that, especially not the family. Like, if you want to leave, cool, bye bye. But like, you don't need to try and like have a coup and like overthrow the whole thing. Like, who's leaving with me? Like, that's a little cutthroat, backstabby. Like, if you need to leave, leave. Like, but you don't need to say who's coming with me. Like, that's a lot. And I think loyalty does matter. But I think when it came to the Bravo, Roa, Black Lives Matter, to me, that was a different situation. To me, if the women got together and they were going to Bravo about their show, their franchise, Real Housewives of Atlanta, and they had actually all gotten together and had a conversation that we're going to go to Bravo as a united front, and then Kandi went to Bravo on her own, to me, that would be being disloyal. That would be breaking the pact. But that's not what happened. They weren't going to Bravo about their show. Like, Kandi's restaurant is the OLG restaurant, and she's saying be loyal to the restaurant. What happened with Black Lives Matter was it seemed like they were on like some group chats or whatever. It didn't seem really cohesive. Kandi has her own relationship with Bravo. She has her own relationship with them outside of Roa. And she went to Bravo saying regarding Black Lives Matter, and she said, you don't have to hire my production company, but I do want you to start hiring more Black and brown owned production companies, have more Black and brown people behind the scenes, have more Black and brown people producing and writing and all of that stuff. So to me, that's fine. I think the reason why Nene and Portia got funky with it was because Nene and Portia were angling for more of their own shows on Bravo. And I think they kind of wanted to use Kandi's influence that Kandi clearly has with the network. She has her own show, she's doing more stuff to get more of their own stuff. Their own more programming. The Portia should be thankful because Portia then got Bravo chat room or whatever it was, and all of that stuff. So to me, it's different because I don't think Kandi broke any loyalty with the women of Roa because they were trying to use Black Lives Matters to get more of their own programming. Kandi went and said she wanted to create opportunities for more Black and brown people. And the reason why they were going to Bravo in the first place was about Black Lives Matter, not about their particular show. To me, if it was about their show, then yes, solidarity would matter. But it wasn't about their show. So, but let me know what you think. All right. Hey, young rich who got bullied in high school for his sexuality. Maybe. You mean Philip? Yeah, I know. Maybe. Let's see. Okay. All right. Young rich says, I wouldn't want to eat from somebody who get a neck piercing either. Ooh, I know. Hey, Essence Claus is laughing. Yeah. She goes, I get that's what I mean. Going by the long text thread between the ladies. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Okay, you guys. Great questions, great comments. All right. So what else is next? All right. So Dominique. Okay. So Dominique is the dancer and she's also the bartender. Okay. And she's like saging and into spirituality and all of that stuff. And she's the one who is having the affair with what's his name? Is it Brandon? Yeah. So Dominique and Brandon, I'm going to call some BS. Does anybody else think Dominic and Brandon have already smashed and their whole like courting on the show is kind of a front? I think Dominic and Brandon have already smashed. And again, this is alleged. This is a fun kiki. I think they've already smashed and they've been smashing. I don't think that they have waited this entire time and now he's taking her out on dates and she's like, no, you can't kiss me on the first date. No, I think they've already been smashing. And I think I am here for that blowing the F up. Because you know, because you know it's gonna blow up. You know it's going to be problematic. You know there's going to be drama. You know that as soon as people know that they're dating or smashing or whatever, they're going to have an attitude. Things are going to happen. My prediction, and I'm thinking of this on the spot. So if I'm wrong, oh well, it's fun. I think the way this is going to go is that Brandon is going to court Dominique. I think the moment that Dominique makes it public that they smashed or are smashing, I then think that and she's going to catch feelings. And then I think Brandon is going to lose interest and start dating somebody else. And Dominique's going to be really pissed off and hurt. That's what I think is going to happen. I think Brandon is playing this role of like knight in shining armor or Prince Charming of all of these things to bait her. And then once he gets the cookie and then it's public that he got the cookie, he's going to go off to the next bakery. That's what I think is going to happen with those two. I could be wrong. Again, I've only seen the first 2 episodes and I haven't read or watched anything else about the show, but I think that's probably what's going to happen with them, but that is also very problematic. And a PSA for anybody out there, if you want to hook up or be with your coworker, tell HR. You want to cover yourself. This is not the climate, whether you are a woman or a man, to be dipping it and doing it and busting it with your coworker, your boss, your subordinate, whoever, without being transparent. I'm not saying you need to tell your coworkers your business. You don't need to tell anybody else, but you need to go to HR. Get it in writing that it's consensual, get it in writing that this is what's going on, and then go do you and have fun, but cover yourself. Because thank God I work for myself, because you never know. So let's see. Oh, let's see what you guys are saying in the chat box. Brandon, yes. Okay. Hey, Sunny T. Sunny T says, I agree with you about Kandi. She is about her business and helping others. Yep, the other ladies of Roa are self-centered. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. They wanted to get more of their own programming, and Kandi was trying to get jobs for more brown and black people. Hey, Sunny T, Roa. Sunny T, you are so pretty. Hey, Darren Hood, Brandon. Yes, Brandon. I think Brandon is going to turn out to be an F-boy. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's Claudia. She says, yes. Young Rich says, most definitely. Exactly. Hey, Niku. Niku says, happy Friday. Happy Friday. Young Rich says he doesn't want a relationship with her. He's smashing several other people. Exactly. You can smell those type of guys a mile away. He's gonna lay it on. He's gonna be sensual chocolate. He's gonna be this and that, and he's gonna smash, bust it open, and peace out. You can already tell. You can already tell. It's Claudia says, I don't think she'll catch. I don't think she'll catch feelings. I think it'll just be a fling. Ooh, that could be it too. That could be it too. Yup. More than just those two. Who knows that they smashed? Just those two know that they smashed. Yeah. Yup. Okay. Let's get into the next one. Yes. So I am living. I mean, absolutely living for Aunt Nora, Aunt Bertha, and Mama Joyce. They remind me of my mom and her sisters so much. Like the drama, the the healthy codependency on each other, the dynamics, like all of it. Like I love them. I love them. I love them. I think they all have a heart of gold. I think they bring so much I don't know. I just like them. I think they're entertaining. I think they're funny. I think they're at a place in their life where they just give zero Fs. They say what they feel, who and how they are, and they just let it all hang. I'm here for it. I love all of them. I love them. I have nothing bad to say. I just love them and their dynamic. So turn the event planner. I like him. I think he's good. He's coming in. I love it. You know who I was actually thinking of when I said Turin? I was thinking of Byron. So Byron is the old bartender who's now come back and he has like the toupee. I love that he's talking about his sobriety journey. I love that he's talking about how he wasn't even aware he had a problem, and then the everything happened with lockdown, and he realized he wasn't in a good place with his relationship to alcohol, and now he's on his sobriety journey, and I love that. I also see, and again, this isn't a stretch, but I also see a sadness in Byron as well. Because he said it on the show how about his drinking and about how I think it seemed like he was saying how like if he didn't stop drinking, like he might not be here anymore, like that type of stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm happy that they're talking about it. I'm happy that he's being transparent about that, and I'm happy that they're talking about that journey. I think that's really important, and I'm really happy that's happening. So let's see what else you guys are saying. Sunny T said, I love him on the show. Yep, I didn't really like Mama Joyce on Roa, but love her here. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I like Mama Joyce on Roa because I don't think she told any lies. Todd, this is not a diss to you, Todd. This is not a diss to anybody else. But I think that Mama Joyce told no lies. I think she told no lies. I think she just laid it all out there. Do I think her delivery was the best at all times? No, but I just enjoyed her. I just enjoyed her. I thought she was funny. I think she was on it. Yes. Hey, Young Rich. I think Philip and the Planner smash as well. The shade between them at the meeting told everything. Yes, when he was like, "Well, you haven't told me what you've done," and he was just like, Well, I'm not the one interviewing for a job and all this stuff." Maybe they did smash. This is the thing. I think all of them, the majority of them, have smashed, crossed swords, done whatever, scissors. I think all of them have. To me, it seems almost just like a big brothel, like a big, just like they've swapped, they busting it, they're doing this, they're doing that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just seems like they've all intertwined with each other. Because didn't even, what's her name? Chandrika, didn't she say that she used to smash Patrick? Uh, what's her face? Candy's cousin. So Sandrika and Patrick used to smash, but now she's been engaged to this guy for 2 years. Now, I'm not ever gonna like knock people's relationships, but when people tell me they've been engaged for more than 6 to 12 months, I always kind of have to squint. I know people have long engagements, and I'm not trying to knock anybody's relationship style. People can do whatever they want. But when you're engaged, in my mind, longer than 6 to 12 months, there something's up. When people tell me they've been engaged for 3 years, 5 years, 2 years, I'm almost like, what? Why are you not actually getting married? Like, what is the actual thing? Because I feel like, and again, this is my opinion. I don't know. I feel like if you're in a relationship and the person proposes and you say yes and you're going to get married, I feel like you usually set a date, and that date usually is in a like 6 to 12. I'll give you 18 months, but I feel like even at 18 months, you have the date in place and you're planning up until then. You know what I mean? So when people tell me that they're engaged for 2 years or more, that's a red flag. Like, what's really going on? Like, why don't you have a date? Why haven't you gotten married? So to me, that was a big of a red flag. Rashad, who was like the Blaze host, was very mellow and cool. I liked Rashad. He doesn't seem problematic to me. He could just kind of seems there. Do we actually need Rashad? Maybe he'll come up. But again, like I was saying, there's like 20 people on the cast. There's a lot of people. Like I have my notes because there were so many people. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat box. My beautiful candy canes. Let's see. Ah. Hey, Darren, he has on too much makeup at times. Yeah. He's definitely like ready for like the pageantry. But I'm here for it. He's a character. He just says, I watch for the aunties and Mama Joyce. Me too. It's Quasi is laughing at you, Young. Mm-hmm. NAT says, engagement with no wedding date is a huge red flag. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like, why did you ask? And why did you say yes? Like, what was happening? When people are engaged, but they don't have a date, and or they've been engaged for more than 18 months, I'll give it 18 months. Red flag. What's really good? Hey, Young Rich. I mean, they worked for Kandi, and it was at her dungeon tour. I'm not messy, but true. Very true. Very, very true. Okay, let's see. What else is going on? Okay, I wrote down Safari is gorgeous. 30 years as a cougar. Oh, Patrick, let me know what you guys think. And let me know if I'm tripping. When Patrick showed the pictures of his girlfriend, Safari, I was floored. That woman is gorgeous. Gorgeous. She has her own, it seemed like she either was working at or she had her own like wellness practice, doing like, I guess he was talking about doing the like I don't even know, but she had like the stuff and she was doing like the ultrasoundy stuff and like the lasers and all of that stuff, like a med spa almost, right? Like a med spa where you go and you do like the different machines and you get all the stuff done. And she was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm not trying to clown Patrick. And check me if I'm wrong on this, because I could be completely wrong. But it seems as though his main job is looking after the parking lot of Kandi's restaurant. He's basically like a parking lot attendant. I think he said he did some other stuff. I don't know. Like security or I don't know what else he said. He's really big into manifesting, which I love. You guys all know that. But when he had the audacity to call Safari a cougar because she turned 30, I couldn't handle it. Patrick missed me with all of this. In my personal opinion, she is so out of your league. So out of your league. You're a grown-ass man living with your cousin/brother. You're a grown-ass man being a parking attendant at your cousin's establishment. So you just got the job handed to you. And to be honest, I think you think you're hotter than you actually are. In my personal opinion, you're not Idris Elba, Patrick, okay? Like, you're not. You're not Denzel. You're not even Michael B. Jordan. Have several seats. Safari is gorgeous. You can't deny her beauty. I don't care who you are. If you say this woman isn't beautiful, you're just hating. This woman is gorgeous. She's successful and everything. And you have the audacity, Mr. Parking Lot Attendant living with your broski, to call this woman a cougar because she's 30? How old are you, sir? Miss me with that. That's what kills me. You know how you see like, and it's I don't know, is it a phenomenon? I don't even know what to call it. But you know that syndrome where it's like the woman is like so beautiful and so successful and so amazing, and she's dating the guy who's kind of like still like stuck in his college years. Like, to me, Patrick seems really fratty. He seems like a real bro. Like, hey, like, you're gonna cook my bacon and my eggs every day, and I'm gonna go here and like namaste with the parking lot, and you know what I mean? And I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Miss me with all of that. Just miss me with it. But let me know what you guys think. when I say this. Um, hey, it's cause it looked like Shandika. Yeah. She goes, it was a no for me with Patrick. He said that he was a hoe and he had to get out of his system to get Safari. It's a no with me on Patrick too. Young Rich's Patrick is an airhead, exactly, and a good peen. That's why she's she might be dickmatized. She might be dickmatized. Exactly, right? Exactly. Yes, yes. Young Rich's cousin brother Chow with the incest. Exactly. Hey Marie, she says, hey beautiful, hey sweetheart, how are you doing? Thank you for coming through, my beautiful candy canes. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Miss me with that too. Like she might be just be dickmatized. Maybe he's good with the peen. You might be right because I don't see it any. I don't see the other check boxes. I think it's obvious she makes more money. She's clearly hotter than he is, and she's older than him. And just because she's older doesn't make her this cougar. Like to me, a cougar is kind of like a derogatory. It's almost like, oh, this old woman trying to get like the young man because she's like desperate or thirsty. Like, oh, you're a cougar. Do you know what I mean? It's not a nice term, and that's what you're calling your girlfriend. Safari, listen, if you ever watch this PSA, you can do so much better, girl. You can do so much better. Oh, miss me with that, Patrick. And he can't cook. That's right. That's right, Young Rich. And he can't cook. Exactly. Young Rich, you lying. He's 29. Patrick, you're really canceled. We're done with you, Patrick. Patrick, you're canceled. You're absolutely canceled. What else is going on? Okay, so June is hot. So June, again, because there's like literally 20 different characters on the show. June is Chandrika's forever fiance. I'm not trying to be shady, but it's her forever fiance. And he was fine. He was hot. He was looking good. So I kind of want June and Safari to get together. Is that bad? Am I wrong? But I feel like they would just be such a beautiful couple. I don't know what June does. I can't remember what. I don't know if Shinjika said. I don't know what he does. But if Safari's gonna level up, I mean June's pretty hot. And I think Shandrika, I don't know with her attitude. I don't know with this forever engagement. I don't know what's going on there, but I wouldn't mind if they got it together. Hey Natasky, an ex-coworker told me something wise once. A good D will imprison you. Facts. I think she's she must be dickmatized. Like he's not that smart, but he might be smart someplace else. You know what I'm saying? No, I totally agree. Melvin is a heart of gold. I love Melvin. What I didn't like and what kind of irritated me was Todd. The way he was going so hard at Melvin, and you could tell that like Melvin really put his heart and soul in being the head of the kitchen, and he was saying how like he's always there, and that's not an easy job. And I'm almost like, little Todd Tucker, what exactly do you do except for running around looking dry and crusty? And again, no shade, no shade. I don't mean that in the mean way. I just mean that in a we all see what we see. I don't mean it in a mean way, but we all see what we see. And it seems to me like Todd is the type of person, and let me know if you ever encountered someone like this, where they're not actually doing anything, but in order to inflate their importance, they like to nitpick and criticize and micromanage what you're doing, but they're not actually doing anything. Like, I'm confused. You know what I mean? Like, why is Todd being hard on Melvin when it seemed to me like Melvin was actually doing a really good job and was really invested in it? To me, Melvin seemed like one of the most people who were actually invested in making OLG Gang a success. So, to me, I don't know why Todd had that energy for him. Like, save that energy for somebody that it actually applies to. Like, to me, I think Todd is someone who kind of like buffs up his like feathers. You know, he kind of boasts himself up by nitpicking and criticizing what everybody else is doing to negate from the fact that maybe he's not doing that much. I don't know. That's just an idea that popped in my head. And again, no tea, no shade to Todd. I think he's great. But that just seemed like the dynamic that was going on. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying in the chat box. Hey, Marie. She goes, just wondering if they are going to invest in a generator. Just asking for it. I love my candy canes. I mean, what in the good goddamn? Like, how did they not have a generator? And how, I forgot who said it, who was like, I'm okay with us just sometimes losing power for a couple of hours. First of all, you work at a restaurant with food. You can't have food go below a certain temperature. And if it does go below that temperature, you know, FDC guidelines or whatever it is, FDA guidelines, whatever it is, then that food is legally, you know, spoiled. Because you can't have food poisoning. You can't have, you know, bacteria growing. Like, that's how you get people mass food poisoning. Like, you can't have certain foods spoil and go below certain temperatures before you prep and prepare and cook them and serve them. And maybe that's why Kandi's restaurant keeps getting docked and failing inspections. When you have people who are allegedly in charge saying, I don't mind if the power goes out for a couple of hours. When you work at a restaurant with food, that blows my mind. And how do they not have a generator at this point? Like, at the point of filming the show, when you've had the restaurant for a couple of years now, except they didn't just open up. OLG has been around for a couple of years now. When you failed multiple inspections due to the food and the cleanliness and X, Y, and Z, how do you not have a generator for food? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. It's like a hospital not having a generator when people are on respirators. Like, you need air to breathe. Like, I'm confused. You're at a restaurant. Maria says, yep. Hey, Sunny T, Todd is jealous. Come through with the truth. Come through with the truth. He wants to be the only special person in Kandi's life. LOL. Oh my God. Miss Amber says, a bully. Yeah. See, the thing is, I don't think Todd is a bully per se, but I do think he's the type of person that likes to bolster himself by nitpicking and criticizing in order to make himself seem more important, which is a little nuanced from like a bully. I think a bully likes to put people down and like break them down and like be really mean and like go under the belt and really personalize things because they're insecure and because they don't feel good about themselves. Whereas I think with like a person like Todd, it's more about like, I want to look really cool, so I'm going to nitpick what you're doing. I mean, it kind of sounds the same, but to me, bullying is more like malicious and it's more evil and it's more like, I want to break this person. Whereas with Todd, I think it's more about, I just want to make myself look good, if that makes sense. Natasky, Todd wants to be the only one. Marie said, Todd said that BS. Todd said that? No. See, Todd, see. You know what? Thank you for proving my point, Todd. Thank you, Marie. Thank you for proving my point, Todd. You want to bust Melvin's chops literally for nothing, but yet you want to get up here and talk about you're okay with the power going out for 2 hours? Where'd I do that at? What? This is going to be a good season, guys. This is going to be a good show because the ridiculousness of all of it is already coming through. I cannot wait to see Shrandika like completely combust. I think she's going to have a lot of meltdowns. I think she's going to have a lot of problems. I can't wait to see Philip go against Kandi and Todd because I think there's something going on with Philip. I like his managing style, but you, no matter what, you have a certain way that you speak to your boss. It's just a certain way. You don't have to kiss their butt. You don't have to do any, you don't have to bow down, none of that. But there is a certain way you do talk to your boss. It's like the way you talk to elders, you know, there's a certain way. You don't have to kiss ass, you don't have to bow down, but there's a certain way you talk to certain people in your life. It's just how it is. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'm looking forward to seeing Dominique and Brandon's relationship explode. I still think that she's going to catch some feelings because I think it's really hard. And I'm not being sexist, but I think it's harder when the women start smashing to separate feelings from smashing than it is for men. I'm not saying that universally, and I'm not being sexist because I obviously there are women who can separate it, and obviously there are men who catch feelings all the time. But I just think in this particular case, this is kind of like what I see will happen. I don't know. I could be wrong, but we'll see. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. The Toski charity case in this family. Hey Velda, yes, just hello. Glad you are recapping because I just can't watch that show. Yes, I will recap this for you. Oh, and you guys, Huntsville. Isn't Huntsville coming back on tomorrow? We will be doing Huntsville because we need to get into it. Yes. That's you can kill someone that like that. Yes, you can kill someone that one like that. Yes, because food has to be at a certain temperature. Because if it sours, if it rots, someone can get really, really sick based on that bacteria, based on the mold, whatever happens to food. It's scary. Hey, Young Rich, she says, see why I call it Candy's food poisoning show. Young Rich, stop. Nadowski, it almost takes an effort to be this clueless when it comes to running a restaurant. I agree. Everybody, that's the thing. Everybody who wants to be in business doesn't have the business acumen. And you know what? Another thing, that's a good point. Another thing, everyone who is good at a particular business doesn't mean that they are good at all businesses, right? So maybe Kandi is really good at being a entertainment businesswoman. She's really good at writing, getting the contract. She's really good at producing, plays and X, Y, and Z. But just because you're good in one type of business doesn't mean you're good in all types of business. Because I'm no tea, no shade, but OLG, the restaurant looks like a hot damn mess. It looks like a hot mess. It looks like the employees don't care. They are just running the show. There is no structure. There is no order. It looks like they're getting fines and all over the place. The people are literally having sex in the back room, caught on camera having sex. Like, that's not sanitary. I don't want to eat, some fried chicken that just came from the same spot that people were, flipping, doing it and busting it. That's nasty. You know what I mean? Like, that's not cleanly. That's gross. So there's no respect. And when the owner says, I don't care if we don't have power for 2 hours, and then you want to serve me some food, problematic. So just because because I think Kandi is a fantastic businesswoman. But again, just because you're a good businesswoman in one particular industry or one particular business does not mean that you can then go and jump into a different industry or a different business. I think she did great for the dungeon tour. Again, that's in her wheelhouse. But this whole restaurant business, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Hey, Sunny T, LOL. You guys are loving each other. I love it, my beautiful candy canes. Young Rich, like Mama Joyce us do to him. Mm-hmm. Yup. Young Rich says yes, and Roa Trailer on the 30th. Yes! Okay, it's about to be on and popping. It's about to be on and popping. Marie says exactly 100%. Yup. Hey, Wanda, what's up, sweetheart? What's up, Wanda? She goes, Todd claims that there are 7 restaurants on that street and none of them have a generator. Says a lot about food standards in Atlanta. That says a lot about Todd. That says a lot about Todd. And yes, also food standards in Atlanta, 100%. Yes, it says a lot about food standard in Atlanta, but also says a lot about Todd. Again, lack of business acumen. Just common sense in general. And Todd, I know this might feel like I'm coming for you, but I'm not. It's all in love. It's all good kiki. But who in their mind says, oh, because other people are doing it, it's okay if I do it too? Haven't we heard that story since we were like in kindergarten? If everybody jumped off a bridge, would you jump off the bridge too? So if everybody else is lazy and poisoning their customers with stale old food, you think it's okay for you to be lazy and poison your customers with stale old food? No. You should actually do your job and get a generator for the restaurant that serves food rather than trying to micromanage everybody else who, to me, Melvin literally was like the only person who actually was trying to do his job. Brandon didn't care. Brandon was just trying to smash Dominique. Dominique doesn't care. She's just on the show trying to get a come up to be on Beyonce's tour. Chandrika to me is a kind of like a mess. I think she's a little lost trying to find herself. Patrick to me again, loopity doo, and over there in the parking lot. Byron to me, I really like Byron. I think he's a hard worker. I like Byron. Byron, I'll leave alone. Torin to me, again, probably had like that breakdown. Is coming back to be on the show. Melvin to me was really one of the only ones who seemed like he was authentically there for Kandi and for the business. Everybody else to me was there for just either a little bit of pocket change or to be on the show or for something else. And he's the one that Todd chooses to pick on. But yet he thinks it's okay not to have a generator because everybody else is poisoning their customers. I'm confused. I'm confused. Kandi, don't get into a Monique situation. And by Monique, I mean the comedian Monique, not Monique Samuels from Real Hop. And what I mean by that is Monique messed up a lot because she let her husband be her manager. Kandi is smarter than that. But with the whole Todd being like, we don't need a generator, and you're saying that on TV and you're a restaurant owner serving food, problematic. It's problematic. I don't know any restaurant owner who would get on national television and say, I'm okay with us not having power a couple hours every now and then when you serve food. I don't know. I just don't know. Hey, Nataski, I would never eat there knowing the sanitary food safety situation going on. Exactly. I would never eat there now knowing that you don't care if you don't have a generator to keep your food cool at a normal temperature. I would never eat there because your employees are having sex everywhere. I would never eat there because I haven't seen a single person yet wash their hands. I haven't seen a single person yet wear gloves. And if they have and I missed it, I apologize. But I haven't seen any type of sanitary anything on the show. Like, did you guys even see them I haven't seen a single person wear a face mask. I haven't seen a single person use hand sanitizer. I haven't seen a single person do anything when it comes to sanitation. I'm sorry, I don't want to eat somewhere where I know people just had sex. It's gross. I don't want it. Hey, Minnie McKnight. Hi, Kandi. Trying to do a recap on another popular OWN network show called Put a Ring on It. Oh, okay. Let me check that out. Put a ring on it. Put a ring on it. I will. I'll check that out. Thank you for the suggestion. I appreciate that. Hey, Marie. So when other restaurants get shut down, it means yours will too. Make it make sense. Exactly. Exactly. Hey, Darren. I'm loving Red on all the Real Housewives lady this season. Wish Roa could have had the same treatment. Yeah. Hey, Young Rich, and how tight that building is, and brick and all over the place. Exactly. Like, I'm sorry, but like the P word, I don't want to say it because I want to get like doxed, or not doxed, but like demonetized or anything. But the lockdown, the panorama, the cousin 19. I have yet to see any of them wear a face mask. I've yet to see them social distance. I've yet to see them provide hand sanitizer. I have yet to see any of them wear gloves. And that's not even cousin 19 related. That's just basic general. You need to wear gloves when you're handling food that other people are going to consume. That's just basic. So I don't know what they're doing over there at the OLG, but that's what it is. Okay, you guys, this was fun, and that was a fun recap of Kandi and the Gang, Season 1, Episode 1 and 2. So if you had a great Kiki and you had a lot of fun, be sure to like this video, subscribe, and share with a friend, because a Kiki is always better with community, and we'll be doing a lot more recaps and we're having a lot of fun. If you're into self-love, self-care, and manifestation, like Patrick from the from the parking lot, if you know, you know, then check out the description box below. I have my Create Your Dream Life course, and I also have a podcast that's all about self-care and manifestation. And I also have other goodies down there. We have books, we have podcasts, we have shows, we have a ton of stuff going on. So don't forget, don't miss out on the description box and grab yourself some goodies, subscribe to some stuff, and it's a good fun, a good time. Oh no, Young Rich says using mayonnaise as been just nasty. Oh no, you nasty, Young Rich, you nasty. So true, so true, so true. But yes, there you have it. That is Kandi and the Gang, and we'll be back. And join me later. We will be doing Real Housewives of New Jersey, Real Housewives of OC. We'll be doing Love and Marriage Huntsville. And then I have to check out Put a Ring on It as well. So we got a lot going on. So subscribe and join and like this video. If you're watching on the replay, be sure to comment below and let me know your thoughts. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And what is the deal? So I will see you guys next time. Mwah. Bye.
3 can keep a secret if 2 of them are dead. Have You Seen Me seamlessly picks up where Gossip Girl leaves off, but with more sex, more lies, and more dead bodies a la How to Get Away with Murder and You. When a coveted member of a group of entitled yet ambitious 20-somethings goes missing, their deadly secret is threatened to be exposed. But the real question is, who will be next? Read Have You Seen Me by creator Kandi Washington on Amazon Kindle Vella, or listen and subscribe wherever you listen to your podcasts.